right. Myself and the next 3 performers will all be selling books after the show in the foyer. So please come and say hi to us then. And it's my pleasure to bring to the stage, representing Team 50s, Lisa Dordal teaches poetry at Vanderbilt University and is the author of Mosaic of the Dark, Water Lessons, and Next Time You Come Home, which was listed by Lambda Literary as one of their most anticipated books for 2023. Please welcome to the stage, Lisa.
It's January 2nd, 2021, a Saturday. The weather in Nashville is sunny and mild, perfect for biking, but I have a broken toe and can't bike for 6 weeks. Doctor's orders. Even walking is a challenge. I could catch up on magazines, Smithsonian, AARP, or finish Willa Cather's Song of the Lark, but none of these options appeal to me. I'm too cranky about my toe. So I just sit on the couch staring at my bandaged foot. And then it hits me. It hits me like that proverbial lightning strike of inspiration. I could read or reread my mother's letters. Letters she wrote when I was away at college in the 80s, and then after college when I was living in San Francisco and Nashville. My mother died 20 years earlier, and for some reason it had never occurred to me until today to reread her letters. I hobble upstairs with inexplicable urgency to the bedroom closet. After a few minutes, I retrieve 2 plastic boxes and carry them downstairs to the living room where I begin reading the letters. An hour later, my wife walks into the living room to find me sobbing on the couch. "What's wrong?" Lori asks as she sits down next to me. "My mom," I say. "It's my mom." Lori looks confused, alarmed even, because after all, my mother has been gone for 20 years. But here I am sobbing as if she died that afternoon, and with so much more emotion than I had expressed at the time of her death. It's not that I didn't grieve when my mother died, but my grief was muted by the fact that in many ways she had left me long before her actual death. My mother started drinking when I was 10. During the day, she was high functioning, a social worker who hated to put clients on a waiting list, a tireless volunteer at church, often serving on several committees at once, an active participant in the PTA. She loved reaching out to new members and planning the annual block parties. She was a voracious reader of books, newspapers, magazines. She loved to garden. She loved birds. She loved Lake Michigan. Plus, she had a great sense of adventure and was fun to be around. I loved my daytime mother. But at night, she disappeared, not physically, but mentally, looking right through me as if I wasn't there. As the years progressed, she drank more and more until gradually the boundaries between day and night blurred. I remember calling her at 10 a.m. one morning, and her speech was already slurred. And now, as I'm sitting on the couch reading these letters, my mother, my daytime mother, has returned. In the letters, I see her searching for her keys dropped in the snow on her walk home from work, or reaching into a kitchen cupboard only to discover dozens of spider egg sacs. "The cookies I was going to bake for you will have to wait," she writes. Letters in which it's raining again and the birds are staying away, or it's sunny and they're coming back. As soon as I finish reading the letters, I begin to think about how I can preserve them. Having lost my daytime mother so many years before, the last thing I want is to lose her again. I decide that typing up the letters is better than scanning them because typing will allow me to spend more time with her and in a more participatory and embodied way. The letters are long and I am not a fast typist. On my 3rd day of typing, when I realize how long this process will take, I purchase a fireproof box in which to put at the end of each day any letters I have not yet typed up. At night, I store this box under my bed for easy access in an emergency. I don't want to lose my mother again. I don't want to lose anything she is saying to me. It's a beautiful day here, blue skies, low humidity, the Cubs are winning. Or sitting at the lake does more for my soul than reading about how to care for it. Your hiking boots are on the way, she writes in 1989. Tell us where you go so I can follow you on the map. In 1999, she cautions me that the world, according to Nostradamus, will end in July. Come be with us. We'll go to the lake. What better place to perish? My mother has returned, and she's looking right at me, asking how my plants are doing or how the fish I made for dinner turned out. She's sending answers to the crossword puzzle we'd worked on together during a visit. The slow movement was lento, not largo. The pianist was Peter Nero. I hadn't thought of him. She's looking out the window in her study, saying, I wish you were here tonight. It's so beautiful with snow. You wanted snow at Christmas, and it only rained. Now, on the eve of spring, we've had lots. I'm thrilled you and Lori will be here May 12th, my mother writes, a year before her death. I'm already thinking about what I'll make for dinner. Would you like cream of sorrel soup and a spinach salad? Your visit will be the best Mother's Day gift I could receive. I don't want to lose my mother again. A month before she dies, she tells me about a grackle that came down the living room chimney. It's surprising how much chipping it did to the stone ledge. I'll show you next time you come home. I'm not aware during the typing process of what my next steps will be, but after I finish typing up the letters, I immediately begin tinkering with them, distilling each one down from several single-spaced pages to half a page, and then distilling them more and more. I am shaping her letters into something new, something between letters and poems. My mother is with me. We are working together, collaborating. At one point, my mother had wanted to be a writer, but she was discouraged early on by someone who told her she would need to write every day, even while juggling a career, 4 children, a marriage. Now, 20 years after her death, we are working on a book together. And 20 years after her death, my mother is teaching me that small moments in life are not small at all. They are everything we have. The book, our book, is called Next Time You Come Home, because it's never too late to see someone you love in a new light. It's never too late to transform a relationship, to love someone more deeply, even if the person you love is no longer alive. Thank you.